Thank you and good afternoon. This is Sam Vaughn for Sam Sports Report. We'll start with the first round of the NFL draft that took place last night in Kansas City.
Alert from reminders.
And what a beautiful sight it was. Bryce Young, number 1, Alabama at the Panthers. Number 2, they took C.J. Stroud. After the drafting and thinking about drafting a defensive player the last couple of days, they pulled and made the right decision. The third pick, Will Anderson. I would have picked Jalen Carter, but a lot of people are high on Will Anderson, it seems. Now, Texans traded to the Cardinals. The Texans trade goes as follows. Arizona receives the number 12 pick overall this year that they already picked, with the 33rd overall pick in the 2023 draft. In the 2024 draft, a third-round pick. And for the Colts went with Anthony Richardson, quarterback. A lot of experts were saying he has the highest potential. Number 4, Seattle. Number 5, took cornerback Devin Witherspoon out of Illinois. Cornerback, maybe he just had, I would have had him going 7 to the Raiders, but they took him. Pierce Johnson, left tackle. They liked this pick. Big guy. Trevor Wilson, being a good pick, second most percentage in college football. Bijan Robinson, they think this player is everybody what he thinks he is, a running back out of Texas. He was drafted 7. If he stays healthy, I think the sky's the limit. The Bears, they could have had the best prospect in the NFL draft, but the Bears decided to trade out. So Jalen Carter was taken at 9 by the Eagles. 10, Bears took offensive tackle Darren Wright. Probably a good decision to protect Justin Fields. Peter Soroski. Experts say he's supposed to be good. Now, the first All-American in Northwestern history. The Lions draft Jeremiah Gibbs. Maybe this is something greatness. I would have not drafted him at the running back position just because of the reasons I have stated before. He could get hurt. He may not be as good as you want him to be. He could only last a couple of years, but that's what they did. So we'll see. He definitely seems to have the talent. Defensive end Van Ness. Number 14, Broderick Jones. He's big enough to be good. He's scary. Experts seem to like it. Jets, Will McDonald. Chiefs might have been able to get him. Some experts thought. But if he's 15 picks down the road, I don't think so. Commanders, Washington, Emil Forbes, cornerback, small experts say. At this time, there was no receivers, but here they came landing. In just a minute, linebacker, Jack Campbell, offensive tackle, Buccaneers, Kaji Kanasi, 20. Here came the receivers. The Chiefs did not decide to trade up. Jackson Smith, Najabo. Wide receiver Quentin Johnson, wide receiver Zay Flowers. I had my eye on him. Perhaps the Chiefs could have traded up, but the Ravens might have wanted him, and so that's why they didn't trade up. He's maybe a Tyreek Hill, similar skills. May not be the player, but similar skills. Devon Banks, Giants. Kuiper loves him. Bill Dalton Cronide, experts say out of Utah, a great tight end. Cowboys, Mizeh Smith. Also, his stomach looks like mine, but except he's 323 pounds, 123 pounds bigger than me, but he does look like he has a beer stomach or a little chubby. Quentin Johnson went to the Chargers. Zay Flowers went to the Ravens. Deonte Banks went to out of Utah, was to the Bills. Dalton Kennard, Anthony Harrison to the Jaguars. Number 27, number 28, Miles Murphy to the Bengals. Satan Breeze to the Saints. Nolan Smith, Felix Azuma to the Chiefs at 31. Now they could have had Joey Porter, Kevin White. Felix Azuka is good though. He had great ties to Kansas City. I give the Chiefs a grade or an A- on this. The Chiefs got an egg according to ESPN, and they know more than me. Let's just assume that he's not a bad first pick at all. I mean, most people had him going towards that way. If they could have traded back in the second pack and got Donray Jones, he still may be there at the second pick as he is 90. Myles Murphy, 25. 32. Michael Mayer is also an option. Snub players, Will Levis, Kentucky. Some people had a number 2, did not even go in the first round. I was especially surprised maybe the Titans didn't pick him, but the cock could be there. Ryan Tannehill is too much of a jerk to draft him, so maybe they're waiting until Tannehill gets out this year. Joey Porter snubbed, also cornerback, Penn State. I talked about maybe the Chiefs getting him. Now let's go through the projected number 2 and number 3 rounds. In the first pick of the second round, 34, DJ Turner, cornerback, Michigan Cardinals. 33 was the Houston Texans. 35, Indianapolis Colts, offensive guard, Florida. 37, Denver quarterback, Hendon Hooker. Maybe they take Will Levis instead, or maybe they take him. Maybe they take Hendon Hooker. Who knows? Steven Allegard, center. Jaden Hurt, wide receiver, Tennessee, Carolina Panthers. Las Vegas Raiders, Steve Alavo. Carolina Panthers, wide receiver, Tennessee. New Orleans Saints, tight end, Oregon State. Duca McGrave. Tennessee Titans, Daryl Washington, tight end. Joe and Tampon, center, Wilson. Defensive tackle, Adrian
Adebayor.
Jonathan Mingo, wide receiver, Ole Miss. Number 44 to the Atlanta Falcons. Number 43 to the Jets was the defensive tackle. Number 42 was John Tempon, Wisconsin. Number 45, BJ
J.O. Jalari.
Number 46, Tevon Stevenson. Number 47, Kyrie Rigano. Number 48, Jamar Gibbs, Alabama. He's already taken. Number 49, Antonio Harrison to the number 45, B.J. Robin was to the LSU, was to the Packers. Taquin Stevenson. Detroit Lions running back, Alabama was already taken, as we said. 49, Antonio Harrison, offensive tackle. 50, Donroe Jones, offensive tackle, Oklahoma. 50, Donald Jones, Ohio State, offensive tackle that I want the Chiefs to take. Miami Dolphins, Bentron Strange. Seattle Seahawks, wide receiver, Michigan, Jason Reed. I'll read the report on defensive tackle, Maza Smith. The Bears should really up teacher Justin Fields. Smith is the strongest player. He won't be offered much as an interior passer, but he will be a big plug in the running game. He might have already been drafted. I cannot exactly remember. I don't think he was. McShay, Kenyon Bolton, Wisconsin Chargers. 55, Detroit Lions, Drew Saunders. 56, Jacksonville Jaguars, Wiley Moose. 57, John Mickens Minnesota. 58, Dallas Cowboys, Sam LaPorta. 59, Josh Downs, wide receiver, North Carolina. 50, 60, Matthew Bagaton, Syracuse, offensive tackle dash guard. 61, Kuiper's pick, Derek Hall. The Auburn pass rusher, Devon, added many guys off-season who can get the quarterback. Hall had 16 sacks in the past 2 seasons, a better fit for a 3-4 team, but he can hold his own for the Bears and a rushing rookie. 62, McShay has him drafting Zach Pearson. At number 63, the Kansas City Chiefs have him taking Marvin Mims from Oklahoma. I just love Mims. In the Kansas City, he can catch deep passes from Patrick Mahomes. He's a stellar broken player. If he cuts down on the drops, he'll be outplay his position in the draft. Now on to the third round, 64, Cam Smith, cornerback, South Carolina. 65, Jack Campbell, Houston Texans. 66, wide receiver, Cedric Tillman. 67 from the Denver Broncos, offensive linebacker, Tennessee. McShay as running back, Tulane, Taja Spears. Kuiper's safety is Illinois, Java Merritt Martin. Tucker's Kraft, tight end. New Orleans Saints, Kuiper's pick, wide receiver, Wake Forest. McShay's pick, Cody Munchin, Northwestern. Houston Texans, Kuiper's pick, defensive tackle, Jaquan Rowland. 74, Cleveland, Abdullah, offensive linebacker, Louisville, Atlanta Falcons. 76, New England Patriots, trade from Carolina, New England Patriots. McShay, Ray Raises Rice, wide receiver, SMU. Rams from Zach Charbonnet. Green Bay Packers, McShay, Michael Wilson, wide receiver, Stanford. Indianapolis Colts, John Washa, South Carolina. McShay's pick for the Pittsburgh Steelers. That one was for the Indianapolis Colts. For the Pittsburgh Steelers, Doan Henry. The Detroit Lions, Luke Schumacher, tight end, Michigan. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Snyder Brown, Illinois. Seattle Seahawks, Garrett Williams, quarterback. Miami Dolphins, 84, Isaiah Foskey. Los Angeles Chargers, running back, Texas A&M, Devon Achane. 86, Tyler Scott. 87, Minnesota Vikings, Colby Washington. 88, Zach Harrison, defensive end, Jaguars. 89, wide receiver, Nathaniel Dell, Houston. Number 90, Kenyard Miller, running back, TCU. Antonio Johnson, safety, Texas A&M, Bills. Cincinnati Bengals, McShay's pick, Jair Brown, safety, Penn State. Good Lord. Carolina Panthers, Andre Carter, defensive end, Army. Blake Fondo, offensive tackle. Kuiper's pick, Tyron Stin, Alabama, offensive tackle. McShay's pick, Roshan Johnson, running back, Texas. Washington Commanders, Kuiper's pick, Zach Knutz, tight end, Old Dominion. McShay's pick,
Right Tutu.
Tutu. Inside linebacker, Alabama. 99, Joey Fortune, offensive tackle guard. Las Vegas, Travis, offensive linebacker, Ole Miss. 101, San Francisco, defensive end, Louisville. 102, McShay's pick, Trevis Hodge, Tomlinson. Cornerback, TCU. Some of these picks have trades in them. To learn more, visit this link. And in the NBA tonight, it'll be the Lakers-Grizzlies. Series is 3-2 Lakers. That game tips off at 9:30. In for the Sacramento Kings and Golden State Warriors as the Warriors lead 3-2. Tip is at 7 for a chance for the Warriors to close out at home. This is Sam Vaughn for Sam Sports.